Hello, everybody. How are we doing? How are we doing today? Happy Wednesday. Andrew, what up, buddy? How are you, man? Think I cleaned up my audio? Oh, yeah? What do you think the issue was? Did you hear what I was saying? It was like just a little tinny. Speaking of which, I should take a look at my audio as well. I haven't prioritized making editing that YouTube video. I have several YouTube videos filmed but not edited. I'll get to it. I'll definitely get to it. Dropped a post that broke 1K on YouTube, like a short or a video. And it's a dud on TikTok. Yeah. I don't post. I try my best not to post the exact same thing across platforms. I just post unique pieces of content on each one. I try not to recycle my content, even though nothing wrong with it, but just kind of what I'm going to stick to for a little while until I can gain some traction. I ran an audio mixer against it on DaVinci Resolve. Oh, okay, cool. That's nice, man. And I adjusted something. I can't remember it. I get that, but I'm trying to get back to be. No. I get it. See, the thing with me is like, whatever works for you to try to accomplish your goals, do it. My issue isn't a consistency issue. I post enough content across all platforms that I don't have to repurpose my content. Again, nothing wrong with repurposing. Totally for it, and I used to do it a lot. But I kind of want to have, me personally, for myself, I want to have the audience to have a unique experience wherever they happen to find it, me. That doesn't mean that I'll never do it. Like, for example, if I have a post that did really well on TikTok, I will from time to time post it on YouTube. And if I do cross post, there'll be massive time gaps in between them. Oh, bro, do it every time, dude. Do it every time, man. Do it every single time. You're gonna see that. You're gonna see that trickle upwards. That's like that's a must. And it doesn't have to be anything aesthetic or anything cool, or just post something. You'll get better at it. It's more about the getting in the habit of doing it. It's really what's all about that. I did see the new Viltrox Evo. Yeah. What's up, Josue? Yeah, I did see the new Viltrox Evo lenses. Viltrox is doing big things, man. Yeah, Viltrox is doing big things. Yeah, I like affordable quality gear. So I definitely do like affordable gear. Viltrox is a nice. Suray is another brand that I like that's affordable and decent, Jonathan Kai, what's up, buddy? How are you? People starting to join. All right, I see you guys. Welcome in. The bowling nerd, how is it going, man? How's your video turn out, bro? Did you get that edited? Did you post it? I'm curious to see your what you come up with. Not yet. Come on, man. I'm on pins and needles over here. I check your account from time to time just to see if you had posted it yet. Okay, so let me ask you this. Is it reaching the quality that you were expecting? or are you still trying to need to? I bet you probably still need to tweak some stuff, but I guess the question is, are you happy with the quality improvement? Was it worth the investment? YouTube so much better. It's an upgrade, but still playing. Yeah, yeah. Once you dial it in, man. Once you dial it in and you get your settings right and you get your, you develop that habit and the skill of actually using it, you're gonna see it. Yeah, it is fun. It is fun, man. It is fun for sure. And it's just gonna increase. Leveling up your production value is never a bad thing, man. It's never a bad thing. Let me go watch YouTube to get you viewers. Yeah, YouTube is usually YouTube. We're in the, sometimes we reach 9, sometimes we break double digits, 12 people, it's fun. 125, 2.8, 1000. This is close. 1/125. Well, I mean, if you're shooting, yeah, if you're shooting in 30, I hope you stop shooting in 60 FPS. If you had to pick one lens to pair with one Canon camera, what come? R5 Mark II with the 28-70. Yeah, 30 FPS. Yeah, for 30, I mean, if you really want to stop motion, you could be at like at 1/100, but I mean, you're doing something different. So like trying to get your look right, just keep playing with it. Keep remember those settings. For my videos, again, I'm not doing anything like what you're doing. I shoot at 24 or 30 and I'm usually at 50, 1/50 or 1/60. 125 makes the ball. There you go. So yeah, exactly. So you have like to consider the ball and all that stuff. So that's good. Yeah, see if you can find that balance. That's cool, man. Yeah, I'm excited to see it. When are you gonna post it? Because I'm using you as a reference for like the YouTube video that I'm gonna make. I'm gonna cut up our interview or our call and post it as a YouTube video. If anyone is looking for an upgrade from a phone to a camera, I recommend the Sony ZV-E10 plus the 15G lens. That's pretty solid. Adrian Ken just bought Sony 67. Would you mind recommending a third-party lens all-in-one? Yeah, the Sigma 18 to 50 millimeter lens. I recommend that lens to everybody. It's a really nice lens. Antonio, how you doing, bro? You want a final cut to mix into the video? No, not at all. Not at all. I can just rip it into take snippets of it from your profile on TikTok. Just rip something from it and then rip something from the new footage or whatever. But also more of your feedback is what I'll put in the video, So I'm happy that the investment of the roughly 2K that you invested was worthwhile. You know what I mean? Because I try to hedge people's expectations a little bit and try to say, like, if you don't put in the work, man, your video, because I had one person that I mentioned to you before, he bought like a $5,000 setup and he ended up not liking it, not liking how to use it, didn't want to spend the time to learn the camera and just went back to his cell phone, Sorry, can you repeat? Did not catch what you said. Sigma 18 to 50 millimeter f2.8. I got it right here. Oops, hold on. This lens right here. All of the stuff that I recommend, by the way, guys, is on my storefront. The way that you guys get to my storefront is by heading to my profile picture, and then I have a link in bio, and that takes you to this page, which is the Amazon storefront. And then I have all my lenses right here. And the lens that I recommend to a lot of people, just because it's inexpensive and it's versatile, is the Sigma 18 to 50 millimeter f2.8. It's just a solid lens. I'm actually using it right here on this camera angle as well. And right now it's sitting at 18, and then you can zoom this in. The 50 millimeters. Oh, by the way, bowling nerd, is because I recommended that lens to you as well. Did you like it? Is it far enough? Does it give you enough punch in to what you need? I was worried about the distance. SWVA, what's up, buddy? How are you? I'm good, 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 good. Hey, is it worth switching to my XT30 from an XS Fujifilm? I don't know. What are you trying to do with it? Just got my Sigma 35 1.2. Ooh, nice. That's a nice lens. That's expensive. Yo, some big creator just reposted my video. Nice, man. What video was it? The one about the movie? Or wait, what was it? What was the video you posted? I forgot. I already forgot. But good enough for me. Good. Yeah, it could be a little tighter though. Yeah, if you want something a little bit tighter, keep in mind that you're on a crop sensor lens. The thing is, like, there is no such thing as like the perfect lens, the lens that does everything, right? The RF system is pretty built out now that you could get something like a another kind of zoom lens, but I still think the 18 to 50 is good enough. And that 4K you can probably punch in a little bit more. But I'm trying to think of another lens that you probably would like that doesn't cost a fortune. Because lenses are expensive. Probably you could probably get this one if you need a little bit more of a punch. This 85 millimeter right here. But this isn't a zoom lens, so you're gonna be stuck at 85. So that would probably go really far into the yeah. Yeah, it's 50. It goes from all the way from 50 all the way up to 85. So, yeah, 85 is too much exactly. So you need something like, you could try. This is an expensive lens, but this lens right here, the 24. You could just get a 24 to 70, a 24 to 105. No, it's an expensive lens, but it's 24 to 70. 24 to 70, but this is when you start getting into like the big bucks, bro. Oh, actually, you know what? This one's pretty nice too. The 28 to 70. This is a full frame lens. So this one gives you a lot, but again, this is when you start talking about big bucks, you know what I mean? Yeah, Clayface. Got it. I saw the bunch of reviews on it. By the way, it is a YouTube short, but honestly, now I have like a creator site. Yeah, man. You should just make long videos, bro. Just make them 3 to 5 minutes long. Is the Sony A7 III still good? Yeah, it's okay. It's a little bit older. 18 to 50 f2.8. Can this be used in portrait vlogging, self-vlogging? Yeah, it'll be self-vlogging, like holding your camera out like in front of you. At 18 millimeters is going to be a little bit tight. They need to make lenses to attach on primes to make them zooms. That's why they have zoom lenses, bro. 24 to 70 is super versatile. Yeah, they're super versatile, but they're super expensive. That's the thing. No, it isn't. No. Yeah, we got somebody in the chat, Andrew here, that does not recommend the A7 III at all. I tell people, man, just get the A7 IV. It's not that much more expensive. $300 to $500 more, you get the A7 IV. Smack them. Do I have a smacking sound? Is it this one? No, I don't think I have a slapping sound. Is it this? Nope, not that one. I don't think I have one. Is that full frame 18 to 50? No, it's a crop sensor lens. What up, Danny? How are you, man? Hello, YouTube. How you doing? How you guys doing over there? Bro, thanks for the recommending. Now I know what to search and probably buy. Yeah, the Sigma lenses are all pretty good, guys. I like the Sigma lenses. Again, it's when we first get started, we want to find something that does everything. That I can film a documentary with, that I can film a vlog, that I could go look for birds and like wildlife and sports photography. You want something that does it all, but you don't realize how expensive like that all is. You know, it's just super expensive. What's up? What's up? Just thank you for the follow, Skylar Tyson. I have a Canon camera. What 7200 lens would be best for budget? I don't know what brand. What Canon camera do you have, Skylar? Thoughts on Nissi Jetmag ND filter? It's much better than KNF. I don't know anything about Nissi filters. Oh, you a message about the meeting? Oh yeah, how'd that go? SWVA. What did they give you any hope, or was it all lost? Is all hope lost? You want a 70 to 200? The 70 to 200 from Canon and Sigma are pretty nice. Also the Tamron 70 to 180 is pretty decent. Just make sure to get it for the EF mount. Skylar Tyson, I have a 75 to 300. Yeah, that lens is buns, bro. Anything with a variable aperture is gonna not get you what you're looking for, man. Do you guys understand why the variable aperture lenses are no bueno? I think they're just a complete waste of money. They're just a complete waste of money. More positive. Oh, nice. Well, break it down for me, man. Give me the cliff notes. Getting my A7V on Friday. Congratulations, Dom. You did it. No, why? Variable aperture lenses, so they close down on you. They close down on you. So, like, for example, when you guys look at a lens and you see that the lens has two numbers after the f-stop, like f4 to f7.1, this means that this lens's widest aperture is f4 at 24 millimeters. Okay, so if you guys see this right here, that means that at 24 millimeters, this lens is already at f4. And as you increase the aperture, or the focal distance from 24 to 35 to 50, the aperture also decreases, goes up in the number. So by the time you actually get to 105, this lens is actually an f7.1. But here's the kicker. Only up until like 24 to 35 is it even at f4. Once you get past 35, 50, 70, 85, 105, you're at 7.1. My cat's knocking at the door. Give me 1 second. I'm like, what is going on? She's like, hey, what's going on out there? Yeah, they are for brokies. Yeah, they're for brokies, and they're for people that don't know shit. The 75 to 300 is notoriously an awful lens. So is the 100 to 400. So like the 75 to 300 millimeter. And like, I kind of think at some point it's like these camera brands are like taking advantage of people. Their optical quality is just not there. F4 to 5.6. The RF 100 to 400 is another awful lens. So that's when you guys see lenses that have two numbers after the F. So this is an F5 to F6.8. I'm sorry, F5.6 to 8. they're a hassle and they're a waste of money. They depreciate really, really quickly. So, what's your favorite place to eat in Philly? For real, I'm not much of a foodie. So and I'm not a picky eater either. So I just eat, you know. There used to be a Mexican spot near Penn's Landing, but that shut down because the owner sold the building. But that was where I would take all my first dates. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good spot for first dates. But other than that, I'll eat anything, man. You know, you can get a cheesesteak anywhere. Cheesesteaks aren't all that. What mic you use, sir? This is an Elgato Wave DX. Hey, I'm going from a 5D Mark II to a 70D due to it breaking. Is it good swap? 70D has more features. I'm not very familiar with the 70D features, bro. What's good? What's a good one above 75 millimeters? A good lens? You looking for a prime or are you looking for like a zoom lens? What about the Sigma lens 16 to 300? Good lens. I wouldn't waste my money on that lens. It sounds cool, but I wouldn't spend my money on it. I would buy it maybe just for fun. But how much is it? I think it just came out, right? Yeah, I mean, it's not that expensive. It isn't that expensive. So I'd buy it just for fun and have very low expectations. Very, very low expectations. Like if they make this 16 to 300, this would be a dream lens. And if they made the maximum aperture like f3.5, this lens would be like $20,000. You know what I mean? But it's just physics, science. So, is it worth $700? I wonder if they have it even used yet. I actually don't even think it's out. Is it actually out? Is it available? No, it's in. Oh no, wrong one. Yeah, it's available now. It's cheaper than I thought. Sent you the gist on IG. All right, bet. Appreciate it. Let's take a read. Let's take a read. Productive meeting set for 30. Is there anything private in here? Let me read it first. Set for 30 minutes, but talk for over an hour. Lawyer's a customer of ours, so he gets where we're at. They definitely recommend us to get licensed, as that's way. Yeah, of course. Being sued later and then coming for funds we've made. Yep. Wants us to have them review our products once we get the license so that everyone is on the same page and they don't call out. Should be fine to keep producing. Later just came from the licensing team and not legal, so way less harsh. Ah, got it. And they seem to be lending a hand and just want us to get licensed based on the letter. Oh, I see. So they were like, hey, by the way. Right. So it wasn't threatening. It was like, you should definitely be licensed if you want to. And how much does that cost? Losing maybe a little creative freedom, but don't have to look over our shoulder anymore and saying we're officially licensed retail. We'll have plenty of benefits. Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. How much will that set you back? Like, is that a license in perpetuity, or do you have to keep paying for it every single every year? How does that work? Or it depends on the terms. Is that your alma mater, by the way, or is that just a school near you? Yeah, I wonder if there's any benefits reaching out and if it's being your alma mater or anything like that. I don't know, just trying to find any kind of advantage, you know. Less than 1K, but I think it's 250 a year. They get you on royalties from every ha 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 ha. $250 a year? And then what do they want per sale? It is your alma mater. Yeah. I would be reaching out to, well, hello, what's up, Jacob? I would be reaching out to every person that you ever went to school there that still works there and see if you can get anything to sweeten the deal a little bit or for them to go easy on you. If I had to bet, I think it'd probably be like, I was going to guess 10%, dude. To re-up 12 to 18, and we already have really good connections like the football coaches. Okay, yeah. So they want 12 to 18% off of every hat. So if you sell a hat for $50, they want what's 12% of 50? They want like $5 off of every hat. So if you want, yeah, so we'll call it 10 to keep the math simple. A $30 hat, they want like $3 and some change. Yeah. I guess if the margins are there, but it's better to play it safe, and then you can promote it freely and you'll have more reach and you won't have to be in the shadows. You know what I mean? You won't have to be in the shadows. So there, like you said, I think there's more upside and there's more room, and you'll have a little bit more freedom to promote your stuff, right? You won't have to be like hiding and like selling in secrecy or anything like that. Yeah, I think so too. And plus, you'll be legit. You know, it adds some legitimacy to your operation. You know what I mean? Officially licensed material, right? Like officially licensed swag, officially licensed apparel. You could probably use that officially licensed. You know what I mean? What camera body would you recommend for under 1,000, preferably Nikon Z? Under 1,000? I don't know, actually. Under 1,000 from Nikon? Probably the entry-level Nikons, right? Like the Nikon Z30 or the Z50? I wouldn't recommend... I'm thinking about buying a Z50 just to have it. Yeah, I'd probably buy this one. I know it's not under 1,000, but this is probably what I would buy. What up, Big Texas? Yeah, I don't think I was going to buy this Nikon. I think I wanted to look at the Nikon Z30 is what I'm looking at. It's very similar to like the ZV-E10, R50, R50V kind of stuff. I think the benefits outweigh the... Oh, yeah, I think so, too. The process is a bit... I mean, you got to go, yeah, and then you got to pay the lawyer to go through all the stuff, and yeah, it'll be a big upfront cost, but if you can get to that point, you know, like you said in our last conversation, you should have been doing this like a couple years back already, so... I was thinking maybe like the Z5, because it has dual. How much is the Z5? What are you doing that needs 2 SD cards? Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Nikon Z5. Do they have a newer one? Oh, they do have a newer one. They have the Z5 too. That's not under 1,000 though, bro. That's way over your budget. Yeah, that's way over your budget. you need to go with Canon. Why Nikon? Yeah, why Nikon, by the way, Jacob, just to pick your brain a little bit. What would you pick and why? I heard they have the same relative internals. I'd probably pick the ZFC out of that because the ZFC looks cooler. And I would just be buying it just for aesthetics. There's a premium on this camera just because it's a good looking camera though. And I would buy it because of that, because it looks cool. Do they have it in black? Oh yeah, they do have it in black. I would definitely buy this in silver though. Oh, did we get more rumors about the R5C? Somebody told me today that the R6V did answer a Nikon. Here we go. Last updated, is this today? No, this was yesterday. I don't think they'll be priced similarly. I'm kind of excited for the R6V. I want to see what it looks like. Has IBIS? Oh, Truth Seeker, you're back, buddy. You're back. Yeah, I'm excited to see what it has. I think it'll definitely have IBIS. If it has IBIS, I think that puts it way over your price estimation, though. Because I have the ZFC and I kind of want the trade. Thinking of the FX3 for autofocus and low light, but my Lumia Z5 is too good besides the focus. What do you think? If you want the FX3, get the FX3. Is it Lumia or Lumix? Is that what you meant? Lumix? What up, Bob Lacker? How you doing? What camera you recommend to film cars? Need some good quality, maybe like 4K 30, but cheap purse. R50V. I'm back. Greetings to all. Thank you. Thank you for coming back, Mr. Truth Seeker. Are we buying camera for work or working to buy camera? Both, JP. It's a conspiracy, man. It's a catch-22, broski. It's a catch-22. I work and eat rice and beans and deny myself the pleasures of life so that I can buy more cameras. That's the reality of my life right now. I try to earn more income so I can buy more cameras. What's up, Edits? How are you? Working to buy a camera so then the camera can sit in our desk for decorations. Yes, exactly. I have a couple cameras like that. B&H has the Z5. Yeah, I wouldn't buy the Z5. I'd buy the Z5 II. I'd buy the Z5 II for sure. I don't like buying older cameras. I would just buy this, dude. I would buy this one. The Z... Oh, wait. Z5 you said, right? My bad. I'm on B&H right now. Maybe you got a B&H over there. Yeah, I would buy this guy. I would just save a couple extra shekels, a couple extra gold coins. I have a Canon 80D. I want to upgrade. Is the A7V good? It is good. How are your treasures? My treasures are good. My treasures are good. Brother. Hello, Julia. Hello. Okay, what camera of Canon? If I have $1,000 budget, I'd probably get... Is this a full frame? Yeah, but we're at $1,500 with this, dude. If you have a crop sensor... I guess it just depends on what you're doing, man. It just depends on what you're doing. Yeah, like, what are you actually doing? Are you doing paid work, or are you just kind of going outside and taking pictures of random shit? Are you looking to get paid with your work? This Nikon's not too bad though. I'm not gonna lie. What are the specs on it? 24 megapixels. What else does it have? It has IBIS or vibration reduction. Dual HD cards, SD cards. Legend Gaming, what up? How you doing? POV trying to explain your job to other. Best Fujifilm travel camera? The X106. Fuji X106 for sure. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out. Yo, ever since I started going live on YouTube, I've gained almost 300 subscribers over there. Kick, no action. Twitch, no action either. A lot of new followers over on TikTok. Like thousands of followers over on TikTok ever since going live. YouTube is a bit of a harder grind, but it's totally worth it. I need a Nikon for my next trip to the moon. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'll buy a Nikon when I can get into space. What is your budget? What is my budget? My budget for my next camera is probably going to be like $3,000. I think I'm going to have to sell one of my cats. I don't think that they're worth that many though. Yeah. My cat's looking at me like. What is your budget? I'm also kind of curious about the new Nikon Coolpix. I wouldn't buy any point and shoots. The only point and shoots that I really like, man, are the Canon PowerShot, the V1. I like that one a lot. If I had unlimited money, I would buy that. This guy right here. What up, Mac? Hope everyone's having a nice evening. Yeah, man, we're just hanging out. Technically, the Leica Q series is a point and shoot. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm too poor for Leica, though. Is it okay to buy a camera off Amazon? I bought several cameras off Amazon. You just got to make sure you buy it from a seller brand new that has good reviews. So this is a live chat about exactly. Yep, exactly. We talk about cameras, lenses, gear, content creation, computers, lights, microphones. Basically, content creation is what this live is about. I try to answer as much questions as possible. So I'm curious, what kind of cameras are you using right now to film yourself? It looks clear enough. I'm using two cameras right now. This is a Canon R8 with a 35 millimeter, and then this is a Canon R50 with a 23 millimeter Sigma, and then I have a top-down shot right here that is using a Canon R50V with a 18-50 Sigma lens, one of my favorite lenses for top-down shots. And then I did used to have this action camera set up somewhere, but yeah, all Canons right now. I recently swapped over to a full frame for my vertical layout. But over on TikTok, I'm using a crop sensor camera. I did see that. Yeah, I saw that video for Gerald. And I used to like his videos a lot. Just got home from doing some high school tennis. Nice, dude. What was your shutter speed at, Mac? Should I get an A5100 from eBay? I don't know, man. I don't recommend eBay or Facebook Marketplace. What do you think about the Canon R6 Mark II? I love the Canon R6 Mark II. Not as much as the Mark III, but love the Mark II. The Nikon Z8 is... The Nikon Z8 is pretty cool, yeah. Ben Benavidas, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Everybody else who's following, thank you so much for the follows. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. What's the difference between full frame and not full frame? It's the size of the sensor. So the size of the sensor is... I have a little graphic here for you guys to see. So basically, this is a full frame sensor right here. And you can see that it's larger, right, than the crop sensor. It's much smaller. And that's essentially the physical differences of it. And then there's a million other technical differences. But the larger the sensor, the cleaner the image. Seems like a lot of camera YouTubers are floundering. Is it our time now? I don't think they're floundering, bro. You know, businesses change. You know, those guys are businesses. So either they pursue other interests and, like, you know, what Gerald Undone was saying, which I kind of respected and I definitely agree with. His whole thing was like, cameras have been solved. Like, that's why I'm kind of jumping on these lives. And one of the first things that I ask people when they ask me what camera they should buy, most of the time, you guys already know what camera you want. You just need somebody to tell you, do it. And that's kind of what I'm here to do. So if you see somebody coming in is like, hey, should I buy this or should I buy this? I'll ask them, what do you think? I say, oh, well, I really like the 6700. Oh, the 6700 is great. You know, they just need that affirmation, or that confirmation, I should say. Yeah, that they need that confirmation, because to Gerald Undone's point, all of the cameras really are, they've all been solved. Anything within a 5-year window is like a great purchase, man. Is a great purchase. So Jacob, thank you for the subscribe. I appreciate that. Thanks for stopping in. Electronic or mechanical shutter on the R5 Mark II? I use both. I just shot a soccer game the other day and the photos turned out okay. You guys want to see those photos, by the way? Let's see if I can bring them up real quick. I have the edits. Let's see. I used a website called PicTime. I haven't checked on it, but let me see if I can bring them up real quick. It was my first organized soccer game. And they came out okay. They came out okay. The parents loved it. Let's see here. So these are the photos here. This is the team, a Philadelphia team. I got invited by one of the moms. She's the mom that invited me, and that's her son playing on the team. And then I just got as much, these are the edited finals. At the very beginning, I was still kind of warming up. And then eventually I kind of found my groove a little bit. And I learned a lot in this shoot, really, just trying to understand what my settings should be. So I have a better idea. I hope that I get invited back so I can go and do some more photos. For this shot, I was using the R5 Mark II with the 70-200. Yeah, overall, I was happy with the performance. As a whole, I was happy. But when I came to the edit, I was upset with myself and my settings. What do you think about the FX30? I like that combo. FX30 with the Sigma 18-50. Very nice. Yo, I like your IEMs wearing your own right now. For IEMs, I just bought something from a brand called Newer for the extension cable. It was like $12. Yeah, yeah, the lines look super sharp. Yeah, they looked all right. Like I said, it was my first soccer game, and I'm not like a sports, photographer or anything like that. So I was a harsher critic on myself than anything. But I think everything turned out. My shutter speed is what was really. I took like 4,000 photos, and I only came back with like 150 that I actually edited. Chester, what's up, buddy? Yeah. When I was editing these Chesters, I kept trying to remind myself, and actually with some help from you guys, the chat, you guys kept saying like think about who the audience for these photos is. The people that are going to be looking at these photos are the parents, right? And they're going to really love to see their child or their athlete in these photos, right? So I kept that in mind. I was like, these actually kind of look pretty good. If I was a parent, I'd be really happy with these photos. So, is the RF 70 to 200Z worth the upgrade? Or I have the OG 70 to 200, and here's the problem with the 70 to 200, the original one. The throw on it, is kind of a problem for sports photography. So, like for example, the throw, so meaning like when you zoom out, it's a really really long throw. So it's almost 3/4 of the way to the other side, and that to get to be at 70 and then have to go all the way to 200 in a short amount of time, like really quick, is a bit of a problem. So why I mention that is because the newer model, the Z, does not have that issue. The Z is like a super short throw. And that's where that lens has the advantage. I don't think it's a great lens. I don't think that it's any sharper. It has a better stabilizer and a faster motor, so it's a better lens. It's a better lens. Why I like this one and why I probably won't upgrade to the Z model is because I need it. I like the compactness. I'm what's it called? I'm valuing the compactness of this lens versus the size of that other lens because it's pretty big. I need to turn on my AC, guys. I'll be right back. 1 second. Minimum shutter 1,000. Yeah. Yeah, see that's the thing. Like the photos that I ended up liking, man, Mac, were 1/500, and I was like, fuck, I needed to be above 1/5 or 1/1,000. And I would have got more like complete shots or more usable shots. So but regardless, here we are, right? Do you think the Sony A7R5 with the 24 to 135 G master is worth it? Yes. What do you think about the lens brand Tamron? I like Tamron. Somebody said to me to get one, but I'm still unsure. The Tamron? Yeah, Tamron's okay. Tamron, Sigma, those are all solid brands. This young man right here, he scored 3 goals on this game. The final score was 4-3, and the blue team won. Actually, there's one of his goals right there. Look how happy this young man is right here. You guys remember? You guys ever remember being this happy? Should I go for Nikon Z8 with a 24 to 135? I don't know that lens very well, but the Nikon Z8 solid, dude. Oh, here's that young man's second or third goal, I think. They got another one. Are Viltrox lenses good? They are budget friendly. They are budget friendly, and they are good. Nice pictures, nice exposure. Yeah, I like the photos. They came out okay. Again, I learned more in the edit than I did actually being out there, because I know how to take a photo, generally speaking, but I had never really done sports. And I was so excited to be out there that I didn't even consider changing many of my settings, especially the shutter speed. So, because the ones that came out, they came out. And I kind of like some of the motion blur. Like, I'm not going to lie, some of the motion blur is kind of cool. That's why I think I need to switch between like 500 and 1,000. How do you share shots with the family? I have I use a website, a service. The service is called PickTime. And actually, let me check to see. Let me see if I can log in real quick. And then I give them a link. Oh, it got a bunch of views recently. Nice. So people actually logged in and they downloaded the here we go. Whoops, preview gallery. So I use this service called PickTime. Oh, actually I can change the name on them now, because I just called them Soccer Game. So everybody that asked me, or that so I shared this with the team on Instagram, I shared this with some of the moms of the players. I just send them a link and then they get something that looks like this. And then here they get to download the photos. If I wanted to be an asshole, I could charge for the downloads, but that seems kind of shady. But this website, it's like PixieSet. This website organizes the photos, gives them into a little gallery. And then if they want, there's little buttons here. They can share, like, email, and download the photos, but then they can also buy the photo. So if they want like prints, frames, boards, and other products like mugs and shit like that, they could buy the photo that they want or make it into a calendar. And then if they decide to make a purchase, I'll get a little kickback. So that's kind of like the I just created a Pixie site this week. Yeah, it's kind of like PixieSet. I just decided to go with PickTime because I don't know. I think they might have been offering a sale or something like that, but I've been subscribed to them for a while. So this PickTime and PixieSet is how I deliver all my galleries to paid clients. Actually, to all clients. Whenever they ask me for photos or something, even if it's free, they get a gallery like this. When did I start photography? Right before COVID. So 2020. Yeah, 2020. What is the main benefit with matte boxes? To keep light from entering the lens. Chester, what's up, bud? Tricky part would be if you do more sport shoots, trying to capture close-up exertion of emotion amongst your staple shots. Yeah, so I need to invest. If I continue to do this, if I choose to do more of this, I'm gonna definitely get myself like the 100 to 400 EF. So I'll buy myself this lens. That is if I continue to do this, right? Because I can find that lens for under $1,000, and I would spend $1,000 on this, because this will probably be the last sport lens I ever buy. You know what I mean? I don't think I'll ever need any other sport lens. I do want to buy the 100 to 500, but that one's way out of my budget. Way out of my budget. It's on my wish list though. Yeah, that one's like 3 times the price. 100 to 500. This would be a dream lens right here. Yeah. Yeah, this one I don't have a budget of $3,000 right now because I want to buy another camera, but I could swing $1,000 for this guy right here, and I could probably find it cheaper if I look on MPB or something. Look, they got it right here for 900. So I could swing this. I could make this work. I saw that DJI RS4 Mini is the AI camera useful. Yeah, I use it all the time. 100 to 500. Yeah, I like 100%. I'd also do a portrait of all the team members, so there's at least one good pic of everyone. Good for coming. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, the thing is that I wasn't actually invited by the team, and so not making excuses, but this is the situation that we were in. This soccer field is shared, and there isn't anything here where we could like have some runoff space, but there was a game before this, there was a game, and there was like several games after, so the boys and we needed to clear out because another game was about to start. So like it was a really tight window. I did do like a group shot of the team, which was cool. If I go back, I think you might have seen it. So I did capture like a group photo of them. Let's see if I can find it. It's all the way at the beginning, I think. And they did really like this one. We're getting close. They did really like this one, and that's the coach right there. But yeah, totally right. Totally right. If I can grab a portrait of all the boys, for the parents and stuff like that, that definitely would have been a good idea. You see, Chester? You see, this is why you and I get along, buddy, because you're always coming up with good ideas. What are your thoughts on the Sigma BF? Is that weird silver camera? I use the RF 100 to 400 for sport. Yeah, I don't think I'd like that lens. The 100 to 400 RF. I owned it for a time. I couldn't get rid of it fast enough. Don't get the EF-V1. I'd rather have the EF-V1L than the RF 100 to 400. Yep, I see. Do they have subs on the bench? No, and I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't sponsored by the team, or I wasn't asked by the team. I was just kind of there as a spectator. I did have a vest on and everything that people could clearly see I was a photographer. So this being my first time, you know, there's going to be more opportunities. Even if it isn't this season, it'll be next season, because I did enjoy myself. Yeah, it's some solid thinking, bro. Some solid thinking. I don't have any thoughts on it. I've never used it. I think the shape is weird. That's about it. Yeah, that's about it. I don't think it's a very practical camera. Just posted one with the new camera. Ooh, all right, let's check it out. Let's check it out. Here we go. Oh, here's my cat, guys. Here's my cat. Here's my cat. Yep. Hi, kitty. Hi, kitties. Yeah, I know, kitty. I know. I know. Get you off the tape, kitty. Because I'm about to sell you for a lens. All right, so what are we looking at? The bowling nerd. There we are. Let's see, 1 second. So which one is it? Is it this one?
I'm practicing with a Venom Hysteria, and I've been throwing this for about a week.
Bro, it already looks better, man. Is this it?
No.
It looks better.
Core is low RG and low diff, and the cover stock is.
Where are you putting your focus? Is your focus centered?
Clean but not overly dynamic. Except for
Like when you look at your screen, is the what focus mode are you using? That was auto.
right here because I threw it.
No, 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 no. I'm not talking about autofocus. I'm talking about the auto. Kitty, excuse me, kitty. I'm talking about the type of autofocus. So, like when you go into your autofocus, your focus, what is it called? It's like expanded area, single point, whole area. My stream somehow paused and I was 30 minutes behind. Yeah, yeah. On YouTube, that happens to a lot of people, actually. Yeah, so I'm asking because you're losing focus because on your video,
ORG and low diff. And the coverage
none of this area right here, you don't matter. You don't need to be in focus. This does need to be in focus. I'm curious to see what your camera tracks. Because if I was you, I would put the focus in this area only. Do you know what I'm talking about at all? I need to get my camera to show you. Kitty, get off the table, kitty. I'm definitely going to sell her for a lens. Yeah, I would do the expanded area and then you can move that. So like for example, let me see if this camera has any battery. Oh, of course, it's dead. Let me see if this has any battery. This might be a dead battery too. Fuck. I don't have no batteries. Here's another one of these cameras. This one definitely has power. Yeah, that one has power. So autofocus would be right here, I think. Yeah. So this right here, there's the flexible zone. I would be using this one, expand autofocus, and then I would move it to the area where the cones are. So if we're looking at this video, the way that I'm saying is I probably wouldn't have the expand area focus right here in the center of you because it's going to grab onto you and then lose focus over here. I would probably move it to this area here, if that makes sense. So I would keep it like right here on that area right there. Yeah, AF area is going to look for you. So it's the camera is going to be programmed to like look for you. And that's just by default. Unless you tell it to, hey, I don't want you to focus on me. I want you to focus on this particular area. And why I say that is because
clean, but not over.
you're going to be zooming into this part of the frame anyways. Yeah, I would probably set it to single point. You can even set it to single point and just set the single point right where your pins are.
It doesn't matter.
Because you're using most of this frame as well. And you probably aren't getting the best resolution on this because you were at 4K 60, which is such a bummer.
How good the ball is, you still gotta execute your shot. It's been pretty sick throwing this ball in League. There's a lot of people really interested in buying it. Over the course of a week, I've averaged 224 with it. I've thrown it at 2 different houses and 4 different leagues. My highest game was 279, where I left a 9 pin in the night.
Yeah.
I really wasn't expecting my best game to be on the fresh, but
Never know which focus setting to use on the A7 III for product shots. If you're doing still life, I would just do single point, like f2.8, f5.6 aperture, and put it at like zone, or I would highlight the product, because you're not having it's a static subject, right? Single point would work well. Yeah, I think the single point would work well for sure. I got the Canon R50V with a Sigma. What is the good second lens? Depends, Pedro, what you're doing. Spot AF and tracking ball. Yeah, you could see. I don't know how good it's gonna be at tracking the ball. I'd have to do some testing, right? That's exactly what I would do. I would say, hey, if it could track the ball, that would be crazy, right? But I'd be afraid. I would have to play around with the settings and see what actually did that. If it could track the ball, and then bam, smashes on the pins, that would be excellent. Yeah. I got a little vid for you if you wanted. A 50-second I made this morning. Nice. Where is it, Chester? If there's two hats, for example, I feel like it focuses on only one. Yeah, if you got more than, depending on how you have things lined up, you could be at like 5.6, f5.6, Live streaming or talking head. What's wrong with your 18 to 50? You don't like the 18 to 50 for talking head? I'm using right now the 23 millimeter and the 35 millimeter on the R8. And this is kind of what they look like. This is the talking head one, the 23 millimeter Sigma. And this is a 35 millimeter Canon.
Attacking the lanes that way gave me some misroom left and right. My lowest game was on my Friday night league on game 3. I missed 3 makeables and also made some bad adjustments. There was a ton of early friction, and my adjustments were too big and I got into a zone where the ball wouldn't finish. So what do I like about this ball? It's super clean through the mid lane so it doesn't typically break away. And it's a smooth.
Oh, it looks like you added another shot too.
The ball to finish when I overthrow it. If I miss left with it, it's likely to sit in the oil and hit lighter behind the head pin. Like that one was pretty close and it convinced me to make a move back to the right. But watching it back, it looks like I got better ball reaction when I just throw it a little.
You like the 23? The 23 is clean. On your 18 to 50, set your focal length to 23 and then play around with it and then set it where you would set that in your recording. You know what I mean? Just so you can get an idea of how far away you have to be from the camera. The 23 is nice, but I have a good amount of distance, right? From the lens here that I'm 3 feet away. The 16 is also really nice. 16 millimeters is also really nice. But I like the 23.
And that gives it a chance to read off of the downlane shape. Every piece of equipment has its own shape, and I think Motive's guide on this one is certainly on point. See you guys later. I'm practicing with a Venom Hysteria.
I definitely would. I hear Andrew's point. I would definitely duck the music under your vocals for sure. Oh, here's Miss Kitty again. I use a DMF and use focus magnifier and manual focus on Sony. Could use any spot AF touch or joystick. Shots by Jeff. Thank you so much for the follow, Jeff. I was listening without watching the video. Hello from Germany. Hello. Thank you. I have 67, 6,000. Love both. Yeah, another thing, Andrew, too, is that this channel right here, he has 50,000 followers. So he has a pretty successful channel. So he's into a very specific niche, right? Hyper-focused niche. So this guy, Bowling Nerd, he's found his audience. The people that I would swipe away, not because the video is the music or the audio, or I'm just not interested in bowling. You know what I mean? So we have to keep that in mind. Like when we are the people that like this, content, he found his audience, right? He found his audience, but that doesn't mean that you can't make improvements on the audio and stuff like that. Like for an example, the criticism that Andrew made about the video was that the music was overpowering the voice, and it was. What I do for that is I add auto ducking, and I also what is it called? It's called a low pass filter, right? On DaVinci, I think you have a low pass filter. I'm sure you do. Just add a low pass filter to the music, and then also add ducking, um, and that'll make your music a lot more balanced. If you use DaVinci Resolve, it has an auto mix tool that will fix those audio issues. I used it today. Yep, 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 yep. Yeah, these tools are pretty advanced, guys. Kitty, god damn it, Kitty. Okay, you want to sit right here. Come on. Come on, I know. You want to sit on the lap. I know. I know. I know. You're a little shit. All right. Here's what I really wanted to do though. So after watching this video, I wanted to compare like this shot because you use this shot a lot. By the way, bowling nerd, how do you like that monopod? What were these other videos? All these other videos are with your other camera, right?
The goal is to throw as many strikes as possible in 1 minute. The timer started as soon as the ball left my hand, and we got 4 lanes going. So I've got 2 bowling balls in each pair. I threw the logo in the first.
This is the cell phone, right? Yeah, look at that. Look at that shit, dude. A little wobbly, but then it sets down. Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. And feedback is always welcome. Feedback is always welcome, but I catch myself as well, like kind of thinking of like, okay, how would I make this better? But we have to also put ourselves in the perspective of the audience. You know, who is the audience for this video? And it's clear that Bowling Nerd has found his tribe. You know what I mean? So this was the old footage, right? So what you wanted to do, your goal was to basically like improve your quality of your videos, and this is what you were making before. And that was extra blurry because you needed 4 lanes. So let's go to another one. Let's see this one. I'm just kind of picking random videos here. Does this not have audio? Oh, hold on.
Each bowler has 1 minute to throw as many
as
possible. And the timer started as soon as the ball left his hand. Alex got the first one with
So this is the shot that I'm looking at right here. Because this is the shot that I think that you really want to make sure is like crispy, right?
the max effect, and he's throwing the Widow 2.0 hybrid on the second lane. The winner's gonna get.
Yeah, so it's just I'm just brushing up real quick and watching like
Throwing this for about a week now. The core is
and like this right here, even though there's motion blur in it, and also I don't think you had the right settings just yet. So your video is only gonna get better, man. That's a decent punch in, man.
back bowling two-handed again. It's been a minute because I've had a couple tournaments lately. Throwing the danger zone solid.
This one doesn't look too bad. Is this a new video as well, or is this the old one?
It still has the same piece of tape from when I originally measured my PAP.
That looks like a cell phone.
See the variation in ball roll from shot to shot. I have not been practicing two-handed at all aside from making these videos, so bear with me while my progression.
That one good iPhone. Yeah, this one was good.
I think the danger zone was a good first bowling ball to get two-handed. It shapes well for me when I can throw it right. Now that's enough warm-up. Let's start a game. The first shot goes left to target, and I almost go Brooklyn.
Yeah, it looks good, man. It looks good. I'm glad that you thought it definitely leveled up your stuff. Figure out a little bit more technical stuff though, for sure. I have 3. I understand. That's awesome. Yep. A little wobbly, but then it settles down. I put my vid link in the chat, by the way. All right, bet. That was extra blurry because I needed 4 lane skip because that's not the same. The smartphones have a good quality for sure. Yeah, smartphones aren't bad, man. If all you have is a smartphone, fucking use what you want. Use what you got. Bowling Nerd here got to 50K followers by using a cell phone, so it's not always about the gear, you know. As long as you find your tribe, that's all you need. But at certain point, you know, you do want to increase your production value, and we do that. 3 cats jumping on desk. This is one cat, and she's being a little shit right now. I think she's unhappy because I turned on the AC. I think that's what's going on. Don't you fucking dare chew on my cable. I will definitely fucking sell you after that. Mm-hmm. Pretty solid though, bro. And I'm looking at the video that you actually used the 18 to 50 though, bro. That's the lens, man. That's the lens.
I've been throwing this for about a week now. The core is low RG and low diff, and the cover stock is clean, but
some audiences prefer. Yep. Yeah, it's not always about the production value, man. Let's see. Chester sent the link. Let's check this out. What are we looking at, Chester? Ooh, look at this. What'd you film this with, Chester?
I think it's important to remember that.
Wow, very scenic. Let's watch that again. So did you get, Chester, did you get commissioned for this? Filmed on the G9 II Mavic Air 1. G9 II. Let's look at that lens. Let's look at that camera, guys. Is it Lumix, right? Or Panasonic? Lumix G9 II. This is a micro 4/3 camera. Look at that little baby sensor. It's so cute. Look at that little guy. $1,600. Woo-wee. If you're cool with it, I'd like to know if you think. All right, yeah. Send me the link. Is it the latest video, Andrew? For sure. Look at this video though, done by Chester.
I think it's important to remember that this isn't a classroom. This is where you learn medicine differently. You've got your remote environments, you've got your real scenarios, your hands-on training. If you want more than just theory, then this really is your next step.
What lens, Chester? On the Lumix.
It's essential to us that you come away from our courses confident in your ability to provide the high standard of medical care required when in these environments.
Come and join us on board Flightless with Pure Salt down in Dusky Sound. We can't wait to see you there.
GG's, bro. Fucking right, man. Maybe I'm in my head, but now it sounds the same. Yeah, send me that link, bro. Send me that link. I will watch it right now. Let me get my kitty out of here. She's being super annoying right now. Micro 4/3 and GoPros. What do you think? I use mostly a 14 to 140 and a Voigtlander. Nice, dude. F.95. Jesus. GG's. Damn, that was good. Never mind. I don't want to follow that. That was solid, dude. Did you? I'm assuming you got commissioned by this this person right here, Rescue Med, or Pure Salt. Sent, but you definitely don't need to follow that epic video with my. Oh, come on, Andrew. Don't be so hard on yourself, bro. Where did you send it? Is it on TikTok again? There it is.
I can't believe this is in the same universe as Superman. The Clayface trailer.
It peaked. Oh, hold on.
I can't believe this is in the same universe as Superman. The Clayface trailer just dropped, and it does a good job of setting the tone and
sounds
telling us
better.
what we're gonna get, which is a true horror movie. If you haven't watched it yet, do go check it out. I'm excited for James Gunn's DC universe because truly we're getting movies that fit the character rather than just making something for everyone.
You know, it in terms of the VO, the voice sounds great, but it kind of lost its because you added sound effects at the
I
beginning.
can't believe this is in the same
That
universe as Superman. The Clayface trailer just dropped, and it does a good
and then the music cuts and there's no like underlying tone.
job of setting the tone and telling us what we're gonna get, which is a true horror movie. If you haven't watched it yet, do go check it out. I'm excited for James Gunn's DC universe because truly we're getting movies that fit the character rather than just making something for everyone. This is a hard R horror movie, so if you like those, then I think you'll like this trailer. Do go check it out. It's got me hyped, and I'm probably gonna watch it again right after I finish watching this video. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Did it already come out?
I can't believe this is in the same universe.
Solid, bro. It does sound better. The audio definitely sounds better for sure. TikTok. I got to go. All right. Oh, I got to go on the trip for free. It was about 18 months ago. Portfolio was sparse. I got to go on a 4-day trip to a remote fjord and stay on super nice. Nice, dude. Well, bro, you came back with some gold, man. Yeah, you came back with some nice portfolio pieces. Because I would definitely use that in my portfolio or any kind of B-roll footage, stock footage. Yeah, I would definitely be using that. This cinema year is great. Yeah, Clayface trailer. I saw the trailer, and I've been seeing trailers for it. I don't know much about Clayface. Yeah, audio's definitely fixed. Audio's definitely fixed for sure. Yeah, the audio definitely sounds better. GG's. Yeah, GG's indeed. GG's indeed. Julia, your things aren't showing up. Oh, are they? Oh, yeah, they are. I see them there. Can everybody see my cat right now? By the way, this is if you guys can't see my cat, her name is Miss what's her name? Her name is Luna. Yeah, I use copyright free music, but what I do is I add a low pass filter and I add more like ambient music just to fill the space or room noise. So I always add room noise to my stuff just so that there's like something. It isn't just a harsh cutoff, you know? She's nice. Yeah, she actually is a pretty nice cat. She actually is pretty nice. Please, which lens will you recommend for me that has wide angle with blurry background? Yay, what are you doing, Yay? What are you doing, broski? I finally start to make more in social media step by step. That's good, bro. That's how you get better, man, just by making more content, you know? Making more content. Also like the blue background. Yeah, you guys do like the blue background. I think it's the blue with the yellow that kind of like makes it nice. Or the blue with the warm colors, the blue and the orange. I appreciate it though. I do TikTok and Instagram videos. What camera are you using, Jay? Yeah, what camera are you using? For Instagram videos, I do like the 10 to 18, like for talking head videos, the Sigma 10 to 18. But Do you have the E mount or the RF mount? Sony A7C. Oh, so you have full frame. I would probably get the 15 to 35. Are you looking for a prime lens or a zoom lens? Prime lens. Get a 16, bro. A 16 f2.8 or a 24 f1.8. Do they have that? I think they have an f. Shut up, kitties. Shut up, kitties. Let's see. 24 millimeter E mounts. Yeah, right here. Oh, they got a 2.8. Ooh, this one's nice. This one's expensive though. I would buy this, dude. If they have a 1.8 lens, I'd probably be looking at that if you're looking for something a little bit more. Here we go. Oh, they have a Viltrox. Look at that. Yeah, I'd get something like this, dude. Boom. Done. You want to give me some tips to get a better photographer? You want to get a better photographer? Or you want to be a better photographer? Tips for being a better photographer is to take photos every single day. Take photos every single day and edit every single day. That's it, man. There's no secret. Go to YouTube University. Yeah, go to YouTube University. Spend a lot of time learning, but spend more time shooting and editing. I'm a videographer. Which lens for my FX30? What kind of stuff do you want to make? Studio Salemi. Studios Eli me? I'm gonna say Studio Salemi. I want to do videography with pro cinematic look. What do you think about the 45 from Canon? I like that lens. It's a little soft at 1.2. For video work, it'd be pretty nice. Do you have a full frame camera? TGG FPV. I'm making cinematic short film. Nice, dude. Yo, the R8 with the 45 is nice, dude. I just bought that lens. I just got the 45 last month on the R8 it's really nice, dude. That's what I'm using right now. I'm using the Canon R8. This is the Canon R8 right here with a 35 millimeter, and then I have the R50 up here. I'm making cinematic short film. Cool. Yeah, Sigma 18 to 50 would be nice. Which 35? The RF 35? The Canon one? I have all of the lenses that I use linked in my bio, by the way. But the one that I'm using is this one. The 35 is nice, dude. The 35 is definitely nice for video. So is the 24. The 24 is pretty good, too. I can't believe I've had this lens for 4 years, though. Jesus. Thanks for your answer, by the way. For sure, man. For you, the Viltrox, bro. This one right here. Viltrox autofocus 24 millimeter. Pretty cheap, too. I'd try this. Isa, Ibrahim, Jason, and Frank Jolly, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys. What are you guys shooting with, by the way, over on YouTube? You gonna make soccer again? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do more soccer photos. I just need to be invited back. But I was happy with the way the photos turned out. I will definitely be doing it again. I don't know which is better for video. The 35. I do have both. If I wanted to do video, bro, and I have the R8, I would absolutely get the 35. Yeah, and they're not that expensive. If you have a larger budget, no, I would get the 35, dude. 35 is a nice little lens. It's very, very versatile. And like, I'm literally using it right now. You can see what it looks like right now. Granted, I am vertical right now, but I'm at f1.8. F1.8, 1/60, and I'm shooting at 1080p, 30 FPS. The bokeh is soft and nice. Yeah, it's an f1.8. It's an f1.8. So the f1.2 is like crazy. Crazy. If I switch lenses right now, I could switch lenses. The 45 is going to be a little bit too punched in, and it's going to be a little bit too personal. You guys are going to be like up my nose a little bit. Not by much, actually. It's just going to be, if this is 35, then I think 45 would be like right around here. And I'd fill up more of the frame. Is the 16 millimeter too wide? On a full frame, 16 millimeters wide. Yeah. The 24, all of those lenses that you just mentioned, Rooters, those are all great combos for sure, bro. What I was saying though, if you could only have one, see, the reason why they're so good is because they're like a low aperture, and they also have inbuilt stable. They have IS in image stabilization, and your R8 doesn't, so it adds a little bit of stability to your shot. So it's just they're just really nice lenses. I'm fortunate that I own all of them. You know, I'm blessed that I own all of them. For cinematic wedding video, 35 or 45. Here's the thing, man. Like, when you say the word cinematic doesn't really mean anything. You know what I mean? Like, being cinematic and doing something cinematically is more about the storytelling, the composition, the lighting, and also your camera movements, right? So that's what makes it cinematic. So you can do all of those four things with any camera and any lens. So you need to have good storytelling, good lighting, good composition, and purposeful camera movement. If you could do those four things, you have a cinematic shot. The 45 doesn't have stabilization, but again, it doesn't really, in my opinion, that's not a you're buying the 45 millimeter for that f1.2. I would buy the 45 if I'm doing portraits. For real, for real. But if I'm doing video, I would be doing the 35. Yeah, I got you, man. I own all these lenses, so you know what I've been using for my videos is the C50. This bad boy right here. This is my baby right now. But then for like vlogging and stuff and like just quick videos, I've been using this. So I could like point it at myself and stuff, you know? So I can be like those YouTubers. All right, here comes Kitty again. All right, Kitty. You want me to turn the AC off? Is that what's going on? I'll turn it off. Shit, man. Maybe she wants to go outside. Maybe that's what's the problem. Cinematic means shooting your shutter speed. Yeah, that too. That too. Very, very, not very often does it require a specific camera or a specific lens. Cinematic is just a term that like people want to click a button that says cinematic. Like the iPhone. Cinematic. I don't have an iPhone, so I just know that button exists. Cinematic portrait mode. Which I think is such a cop-out, Tomorrow at noon. Tomorrow I have a call that I need to prep for. Did I tell you guys that I talked to the other for another opportunity to potentially bring on another freelance client? The call went well. It was promising. Planted some seeds. Definitely didn't close though, unfortunately. But that's okay. More opportunities will come. More opportunities will come. Any guidance on editing, brother? What kind of editing, bro? Brother. What kind of editing? My advice on people that want to be better editors is edit more. Edit every single day. Uh-oh. My other cat showed up. And she will definitely fuck me up if I don't kick her out. I'm trying to see if out of all these photos, if I have a favorite one. I think there was one that they were going for like a jump ball, I'll call it. This one was pretty good. I like this one too. Here was one thing also that I noticed at the other team, Penn Manor. These guys were like physically larger than the other team. What app would you recommend? I use Lightroom for editing. Lightroom is good. I need to try some free apps so that I can recommend some free stuff for you guys. Maybe on this weekend. Do you guys like the editings when I do live editing? Let me know in the chat. Actually, that'd be kind of helpful because this weekend I wanted to do some editing. So I could do some more photo editing, or I could do a video edit. Not sure how much you guys would like that. Big Texas would like some photo edits. Big Texas. The problem is that it's only you and me in those sessions, though. Everybody else dips. It's just you, me, and Julia. But maybe that's all we need, man. Maybe that's all we need. Video editing sounds good. All right, maybe we'll do some video editing. We'll see. We'll see. Have I taken any photos recently? I think I have some of my Fuji, but it's not a lot of them. Video editing would be cool, I think. All right, maybe we can do some video editing. I do have a video to edit for YouTube, and I've been procrastinating on it. Yeah, I could do some video editing. I think we already passed the best photo that I liked. Yeah, again, I like the movement. I do like the movement, so maybe I could find like a shutter speed like 500 or 250 that keeps the faces nice and sharp, but the feet like add some motion blur. Or maybe what I could do is take some shots at like 1/1000 and then drop some to like 1/500. You know, maybe I could do that. Or I could just set it to like TV mode and then just decide on the fly. The one with the goalie on the ground is pretty cool to me. The goalie on the ground? Which one was that? The one where he got scored on? This one? None of this photo's in focus though. That's the problem. This one's kind of cool, yeah. But nobody's facing me. It would be so much better if the guy that scored the goal, look at the mom back here. The mom is like, oh. If this kid would have been facing me. I wonder what company is going to make ball autofocus. I think Canon has a pretty good autofocus for like soccer. They actually showcase that in it has like predictive ball autofocus. But I guess I didn't test it here. But what it was doing was it could predict using an algorithm and AI what player was about to get the ball. Do you guys remember that? Let's see, Canon R5 Mark II autofocus. I should have watched one of these videos before. Next time, tell them to run accelerating towards. Yeah. Well, if I become like more familiar to them, they'll remember me. You know what I mean? Like they'll see me and like I'll become, you know, a recurring face. So the camera absolutely does this. When I'm looking down the viewfinder, the autofocus is definitely locked on to the people's eyes and faces. Like it's super, super sticky. Yeah, like it's super duper sticky. Like that's not there's no issue with the autofocus on the
Are analyzing what's happening on the sensor and making it even better and called a Digic Accelerator processor. So you have your Digic X processor, which has been around for a long time, and it probably has been tweaked to make it better, but now they have a separate processor.
action priority, dual shooting, blackout, free display. I didn't turn that on. I probably should have turned that on.
Which is analyzing the autofocus or analyzing what's happening on the sensor and making it even better and better tracking, as you saw with the montage.
Where is let's go to Canon USA. Canon USA, because again, this isn't unique to the Canon R5 Mark II. Um, the Sonys are really impressive too. Like, fuck, dude, come on. Canon R5.
If video content is a big part of your imaging, I've got 5 quick reasons you should consider stepping up to the Canon EOS R5 Mark II camera. Number 1, if you want outstanding video detail.
Antonio, get that old FX3 or something else. Depends on what you're doing. Jesus says King. Instagram is disgraceful. 3 likes on my latest post is crazy work. They haters. Nah, bro, your content sucks, man. It's not the haters, bro. It's not it, man. You gotta upgrade your stuff. You gotta level up your content, bro. I'm joking about your content being shitty, but the algorithm doesn't lie, Antonio. Anytime that I get less than 10 likes, it's because my shit sucked, bro.
In your next camera, the R5 Mark II delivers. 8K internal RAW up to 60 frames per second, or 8K in the superb new XF AVCS.
I wanted to see not this video. I wanted to see this other video. No, it's not the content. I just have folks from high school follow me, but on TikTok, they eat me up. Yeah, you got to get a new account then. Dual pixel intelligent autofocus. Autofocus has been significantly upgraded in the RS Mark III with features like subject tracking, which shares with the new flagship RS R1. The dual pixel intelligent autofocus. Yeah, I'd be making a new account for sure. Allows you to maintain focus on a subject even when they are obscured briefly while shooting, and then even faster positioning. Okay, got it. Once you calibrate the viewfinder to your eye, just look. Yeah, I didn't like that feature either. You can use your eyeball to to find focus in the viewfinder. I just hit 1K followers, or on Instagram. I haven't paid attention to my Instagram followers in a long time. I think after I get the 10K on TikTok, I will move over to Instagram. I'm actually thinking about going live on X too. Ooh, is this Sony? Fuck no. Fuck no, bro. This is Canon, bro. No, I was just saying, Andrew, that like I was talking about the autofocus on the R5, and then I said, in reality, the Sony's also incredibly impressive. Like but the R5 is a different level of camera. X will be fun. Yeah, I'm thinking about going live on. I think once I hit 10K on TikTok, I'll start focusing on X and Instagram as well to try to grow those accounts. Canon has this feature on autofocus where you can look down the viewfinder and you can use your eyeball to look through the viewfinder to pick autofocus. Or I'm sorry, to pick your focus point. Which I think is kind of like this right here. Advanced eye control autofocus. I used it a couple times. I didn't like it. It was the camera autofocus seemed better. Not better, but it seemed perfectly fine. You know what I mean? Yeah, like it seemed perfectly fine. Yeah, TikTok actually promotes your videos and gives them a try. There are different algorithms, bro. But if you're having like visibility issues over on Instagram, it's because you have an old account. I tell people all the time, like when they have like an older account, just start a new account, man. Just start a new account with a new focus. Chester, thanks for hanging out, buddy. Great video, man. Great video. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, I'm gonna try that and see. Yeah, I mean, it sucks, bro. It sucks that you have to start a new account, but in reality, you'll be able to use what you know now about growing an account and social media and content creation, and you're gonna get to your goal. Like, even though 8,000 isn't a lot of followers on TikTok for like a lot of people, to me, 8,000 people is fucking nuts, dude. It's fucking crazy. So if I can replicate this, what I did on TikTok, over on Instagram, and then over on YouTube, and YouTube, like I said, has grown by like 250 followers just in 1 month of live streaming. You know what I mean? So, Chester, rest of my day, bro, is it's 10 o'clock over here for us. So I'm about to head out myself. Uh-oh, there's a new firmware. New firmware. I should check my firmware on my cameras. I haven't upgraded my firmware in a while. Danny Whiskey, bro, you're doing a fantastic job, and it's motivating to see the growth. Hell yeah, bro. All you gotta do is go live, man. That's the secret. If you guys want to grow on any platform, going live, I think is if there is a secret, that's it. Yeah, that's it. The Doughboy. Thank you for the follow, Doughboy. Yeah, I wonder what is it like to go live on... What do you have to do to go live on X? What do you have to do to go live on X? Is it just to go live on X, formerly true, you primarily need a mobile device on the X app, often well, I'd like to go live and select live. For desktop, you must use encoder. Oh, perfect. So I can have an encoder. So I'm going to sign up for an X account and then just add X to my lives. It's hard to go. I've gone live on IG. IG is like dead though. Good day, Gary. No, what's up, Gary? No. Do you think buying a Sigma 2470 for Canon is still worth it? Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Just make sure if you have the RF Canon to get the EF to RF adapter. I think you have to pay, like you have to have a check mark. I could be wrong. It's possible. I've never done it. I've never gone live on X, but I'll try it. I'll let you guys know. IG lives are dead, dude. I don't think IG is for lives at all. Facebook though, Facebook's different. Facebook lives are popular again because I'm a social media manager, right? Like that's what I get paid to do, a content creator. I manage social media accounts, and like on every account that I've managed, every single, even if it's the same person, like I'll speak for myself. My audience is completely different on TikTok, that it is on YouTube, that it is on Instagram, that it is on Facebook. Like every social media platform is completely different audience. And because of that, people's behaviors and how people behave on those platforms is also incredibly different. Facebook is different than Instagram. It's just all different. So, and like our friend, who was it? The bowling nerd. I don't think he's here anymore. We just got to find our tribe. Just got to find our tribe, you know, find out who wants to hang out. Yeah, their algorithm sucks. I just don't think they're prioritizing it for lives, you know. And they are annoying. You need a new key every stream. That sucks. That's crazy. Best budget hybrid camera, $1,000 range. Probably the R8, I think, is about 1,000, maybe a little bit more. Thoughts on the EOS R50 for beginners with a 35? Those are great, man. I'm using the R50 right now. I love the R50. I'm using the R50 for YouTube right up here. This is the R50 with the 23 millimeter. Have you seen the Bevis gear bag? I'm thinking about getting. Is that the one that has the open, like the trap door with the little button? Let's look it up. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that for several years. I think it's pretty cool. It's expensive though, man. I don't like the price of it at all. I think it's way too expensive for what it is, at least for me. And I don't know nothing about this brand. So two things are wrong for me. I like the bag. I'll say that. I like the bag. I don't like the price because that's a lot of money. And I don't, if this price was on a different, like a noteworthy brand to me, then I'd be like, okay, let's do it. But I don't know shit about this brand. And that's my own ignorance, right? I'm not saying that it's a bad brand or anything like that. I just don't know enough about it to justify this price. R50 or ZVE10? R50 or ZVE10 2? I would pick the ZVE10 2 if it's between those two. It's like the one only of its kind in the market. Yeah, I'd have to watch some videos and educate myself on the brand, because to me, it's not worth $350 for my use case. And it's also about your workflow too. Like I don't see this in my workflow being. It's just expensive, dude. Because here's the thing. I will never see myself needing to be in this position where, oh my God, I can't set my bag down. I have to open it up in this manner and then take a shot while my gear is all open and there's a raging river behind me. You know what I mean? And that's what you're paying $350 for. Like, I could never see myself in this situation. You know what I mean? And that could be different for your workflow. You know, that could, bro, isn't that what this is? This photo? Antonio, you're making fun of me, bro, but like, oh my God, I need this shot so bad right now that I need to open it on. Right? Am I crazy? What do you recommend for portrait video with the XM5? XM5? You know, for portraits, man, you always got to go with a 50 or an 85. Yeah, I just don't see this. It's just too expensive. All right, let me say this. If this bag was $200, $150, I'd be like, hey, this is kind of a cool idea. But damn near $400, bro? Fuck. That's a lot of money, man. That's a lot of money. I'm sure it's right for some people. I don't think it's right for me. And again, I'm using those two things. The price, $400 for a bag is a lot of money. And its identifying factor, it's like selling point is this little bag access and side access. Like, bro, I would be scared fucking shitless to like not set my bag down on a secure location and swap lenses. Like, my lenses are thousands of dollars, right? Your lenses are thousands of dollars. Where I would be over top of a river. Oh man, I gotta switch my lens right now. Yeah. Or how often will I be in this situation where I gotta get this edit out right now? I gotta set it. I need a working surface. Is Chester still? No, I think Chester Yeah, see, Chester, he could talk about this, right? Julia, did you see Chester's video, by the way? Yeah. Too expensive for me, buddy. Too expensive for me. Watch, look, I bet you, here we go. I'm just going to say it. Every single shot where they're using this, they're over a raging river. Wow. Antonio, am I being dramatic or are they being dramatic? This shot can't wait. I need to send this email. It's definitely not inconspicuous, but also being the only bag on the market that can do this doesn't necessarily mean that that's a good thing, right? You know, it means that they're the only ones that actually did it. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that it's a great idea, because if it was a good idea, then other brands would be doing it, right? Like, I don't know. I guess I'm too hung up on the price though. I'm too hung up on the price, because this price right here is the same price as my favorite bag of all time, which is the Peter McKinnon 35 millimeter, 35 liter bag. It might be even more money, actually. This is, oh yeah, hell yeah. This is my favorite bag of all time. And this one is $420. And this bag is spectacular. But to Antonio's point, this isn't really an inconspicuous bag either, right? And this bag is a lot of money, dude. A lot of money. Big Texas. Yeah. What do you think, Big Texas? You think that's a bag for you? The prices. Maybe I'm too poor. Okay, yeah, they are dramatic with the ad. Yeah. Yeah. Again, I would if this was $200, $150, it might be cool. It might be something to think about, but damn near $400. Anyways, great question. Good chat. GG's, everybody. GG's. I didn't think I could talk 30 minutes about a bag. I'm looking at the PGY Tech One Go camera bag. I think that's the one that they sent me. You already have a camera bag though, bro. They sent me this one. Is this the one you're talking about? Or are you talking about a different one? 25 liter. Ooh. This is the one they sent me from PGY Tech. I like this bag. I've been using my Brevity bag that they sent me though. They sent me this bag recently. The XL version. This one. And I've been using this bag every day. It fits my big ass laptop, which is a big selling point for me, excuse me. That's not it? Okay. I'll have to take a look at it. PGY Tech One Go. Control copy. Let's take a look at it. I asked for this one. I requested it and they haven't said anything to me. The brand PGY Tech makes nice bags. They have premium hardware, premium zippers, premium materials. So I do like their stuff. Yeah, I definitely like their stuff for sure. The tan one is cool. Yeah, the tan one is cool. I always go with my bags. I always go, especially when they're giving them to me for free. Oh, do they? But it's a zipper. Okay. We'll have to take a look at it. PGY Tech last year and early. I ask for stuff all the time from brands. Alrighty, boys and girls. I am gonna head out. It's past my bedtime. I appreciate all of you guys hanging out with me tonight. Whoops, my bad. Appreciate all of you guys hanging out with me tonight. I am gonna bounce. Maybe I'll be back tomorrow morning. If not, I'll definitely be back tomorrow night. No, I think I'll be here tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, 7, 8 a.m. Eastern time. Having coffee with you guys. Julia, Big Texas, Andrew. My main man, Antonio. I'm still waiting for that video to be released, bro. I'm still waiting for that video to be released, man. You got to send it to me when you're done editing. And you don't need a fucking tripod to make a video, bro. I saw some of your YouTube videos. You didn't have no fucking tripod in those videos. Anyways, have a good night, y'all. Adios.